name is Frank Jofo. What's going on, everybody out there? If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Facebook or Twitter, come over and subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on the road to 1,000, and I want to say hello and the special guest here tonight on our panel. We have to my left, Selecta Brew. What's going on, brother?
I'm good with a sick night of Dynamite. Started off slow, but it was good. I'm pumped.
And we have one of the funniest men in Montreal. He runs 16 and a half podcasts in here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Subscribe to his channel now. His name is Claudio Silvio Capri. What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much. Good to be here. How you doing, guys?
Hey, can't complain. But to his left, we have returning for the second time because Kyle is making a lot of people laugh out there, so he couldn't come tonight. We have the Deluxe package, Alex Deluxe. What's going on, Alex?
Hey, Frank. Hey, guys. Not much. Very fun episode of Dynamite, so I'm happy to be here again. Thank you again, 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, no problem,
Thank you
man.
to Kyle, too.
Yeah, well, it's all up to Kyle. Maybe next week we could tell Claudio not to show up so you could show up, but we'll see what happens next
There
week.
you go.
But we all love Claudio all the same.
Well, I'm not going to be there next week, so so Alex could take my place.
Perfect. And you're gonna be permanently on that place, Alex, because Claudio, you're fired. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But you know what? I have to agree with what Bruno said at the beginning. We were watching AEW Dynamite, and I wasn't too excited at the beginning. It was a bit slow. Then it started to pick up some steam, and we all know what happened at the end. We're gonna talk about that on this show tonight. But guys, the first match of the night.
Okay, so we're gonna need one of you guys. The first 50 minutes of the show, we were setting up for an interview here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Joe Wondering podcast have some good stuff. But yeah, so I tuned in 15 minutes, and I tuned in when Hangman Adam Page was coming out for his match. So what was the opening of this?
Oh, you missed a big thing then.
Yeah, what happened?
So Alex, do you want to explain, or I mean, we could both go. Like, you know, Alex, start. Yeah, you go ahead and start it, and then I'll go in when I can.
Yeah. Jump in when you can, Claudio. Sure,
Yeah.
but Dynamite didn't start with Hangman and Dante. It started with Chris Jericho coming out.
Oh wow, I missed that.
Okay,
You missed a big angle.
Okay, the 2.0 thing. That's what Jeremy was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, Jericho came out and just saying that, it's been eating him up, that the past 2 days he should have shook Eddie's hand on Sunday, but he couldn't do it. And then, so he said, Eddie, come out. I want to shake your hand right now. Eddie came out, Eddie Kingston. And, I want to call out the first few things. There was this fan that kept chanting, "What?" at Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Yeah, go ahead, Claudio.
And then, sorry, go ahead, Alex. What were you saying?
I say that Eddie let the fan have it. It's like, shut up about the what chant. Come on, Stone Cold's not here. It was pretty funny.
Exactly. It was a good callback because it was me at WrestleMania. Anyways, we're not going to mention WWE references here at Joyful in the Ring. So then after, Jericho is having a sentimental moment. And, you could add some drama music in the back. And then Kingston's like, goes along the dialogue of, you know what, I respect, Chris Jericho, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, they finally shake hands. And you're like, oh, okay. You maybe think they're going to tag team each other. Right?
Was the crowd eating it up? Like, everyone was like happy to see it, or were they booing?
Yes. So as soon as the moment where you see the hands of Kingston and Jericho touching each other, that sounds sexual, whatever. They were touching each other, right? The crowd was going, yeah. Then all of a sudden, and then after that, music, they both separate for a few seconds, and then the music comes in. And Alex, take it away. Who was it?
Yeah, 2.0 and
Daniel.
Oh
my
God!
Bruno's favorite tag team.
It's a good thing I wasn't watching. I did so.
But they only see
in a nutshell, you told me I didn't miss anything. Then is what you told me.
So Chris Jericho and 2.0 are a thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the heel turn came. That's it.
By the way, did you realize? So I think I'm going crazy here, but back in that company that we will not name for this episode.
You could say.
Didn't they all do? Didn't that group do a middle finger pose once?
That was just like a couple. That was at the Stadium Stampede. They were all putting their middle finger out at the same time.
Yeah, they always did that. Yeah.
No. I think I'm going crazy, but wasn't there like Chris Benoit and this is a way back.
WWE you're talking about, or AEW?
WWE. Like wasn't there a group that they showed the middle fingers? Because I think it was Ric Flair, Chris Benoit.
They used to do four. That's four horsemen.
I got confused. Sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, Frank, do not mention WWE in this AEW promo review. All right, but yeah, sorry about that. Okay, keep going. I'll show.
We don't have too many people in the chat here tonight so far, but that's okay. But DD Cena, a very good friend of ours on social media, is here. Thanks for tuning in, D. I hope you enjoy the show. And if there's anybody else that wants to contribute to the show and wants to ask any questions during the show, feel free to do that in the chat. But just one thing, honestly, I'm going to say, not a lot of people like 2.0. But I think with Jericho, that's Jericho making more stars, which is great. Better, and I'm happy it's 2.0. I'm a fan of 2.0. I don't know what Bruno doesn't like about them, but we're gonna get to see them live at IWS this weekend, which I cannot wait to see.
I want to take a picture of them. So it'll be 3.0.
It's going to be 3.0. Just remember what their names are, right? Okay, Claudio, don't call them by their WWE names or something.
Hold on, Frank,
don't call them Everrise.
But wait, Frank, before we continue, sorry. Do you think if I go up to them and ask them where Wyndham is, and then I do it with a video, do you think they'll like kick my ass or something, or just tell me get the fuck out?
We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see. You never know until you ask, right? It's like me. It's like you. You've asked people to come on your show, so you have to. You sometimes you don't get a response. Sometimes you get a yes. Sometimes you get a no. Sometimes you get a amafangul. You know what I mean? But the point is that if you never ask, you'll never know what's gonna happen. So we're gonna have to still wait and see on Saturday if 2.0 knows where Wyndham is. But speaking about 2.0, what do you think now going forward is going to happen with these guys now? Do you think it's going to be a new inner circle, or
I think?
What do you think? Sorry,
Alex, do you want to go or?
Yeah, no, I think like based off tonight, I mean, it'd be pretty obvious when you see it, when you eventually do see it, but it's definitely going to be LAX. Well, I call them LAX, but Pride and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz with Eddie Kingston going after Jericho's group. That's obviously the first feud.
There you go.
It's perfectly made, and it makes sense because. I don't think we mentioned this yet, but Jake Hager showed up and he sided with Jericho. So Jericho and Hager are still together with Daniel Garcia and 2.0. The only problem I have with this group is their name really sucks. It's really bad.
You don't like 2.0?
No, Jericho's new faction.
Oh, what's it called?
I have it written down here, but Jericho Appreciation Society. It's just garbage.
It's such a Jericho. That's Jericho in the back. And he's like, what am I going to call this faction? What am I going to call this faction? Okay, I was going to call the inner circle this, but you know what? I'm going to take this now. That's a pure Jericho move. You know what? Maybe we'll grow into it. You never know.
Yeah,
Jericho
for sure.
Appreciation.
Right,
what is it called again? Jericho Appreciation
Society.
That's the new group.
And
Look how excited he is.
Can it also be safe to say that Jericho turned heel? Or no, not 100%,
yet. Because he's siding. He's obviously siding with the heels with 2.0. So that's basically telling you, instead of doing something heelish, which he kind of did at the pay-per-view by not shaking his hand, giving the middle finger to the spectators. Okay. Tonight, siding with 2.0. Everybody hates 2.0, especially Bruno.
Okay.
Going with them solidifies him as a heel, which, you know what? I'm happy about it. I honestly, I love heel Jericho more than babyface Jericho, to tell you the truth.
I find this heel is way better than that other guy who's in the other sports arena and took down AJ Styles. That guy, Jericho did a good job than that guy. Again, we're not mentioning WWE tonight. Sorry,
you just did. AJ Styles.
All right.
Jericho's at his best as a heel. That's how AEW started with the Inner Circle. He really carried, brought the company a lot of notoriety.
Yeah.
This whole faction being a heel, they're champions. So yeah.
Yeah,
And-
especially he could be more goofy as a heel too. You can't be
And
Yeah.
and can I mention something? His fucking song Judas fits so well with this now.
You should have just called the faction Judas. Why didn't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's weird. Hey, maybe you can't copyright that. Maybe I'm guaranteed tomorrow the trademark companies are going to be trademarking that faction name for sure. That's such a Jericho name. Like he just came up with
Jericho Appreciation Clan. Was it Jericho Appreciation Clan?
That's why he's the best in the world at what he does.
He likes to always just have a new gimmick, a new branding, a new thing. He's not
You won't hear Inner Circle anymore. That's for sure. It's done, over with. The Inner Circle.
Call it the Outer Circle.
That's another thing too. Did the Inner Circle do what it had to do to get to that extra stage in AEW right now? Because now you see. And maybe except for Jake Hager, let's say. But Jericho did his job. LAX, they're getting a little bit of a push to see what's going to happen in the future. Maybe they, like I said, I think they will be tag team champions in the future. But I think a lot more people know who they are now. And especially Sammy Guevara, whatever, before he lost the TNT title. But he did have a great run with it. He beat Cody Rhodes. He had some great matches with Cody Rhodes. So I think being in the Inner Circle benefited these guys a lot. So to retrospect it now, I think if you bring in 2.0 in the same situation, hopefully it does work out the same way for 2.0 and for Jericho as well. So we'll see what happens here. So I don't know. It's going to be some interesting TV coming up in the next couple weeks with 2.0 and Jericho. Maybe we'll get to see Jericho this weekend in IWS. You never know.
Hey, 2.0. Maybe you guys want to be careful because you guys might have budget cuts and go to a 1.0.
Maybe I should wear my Jericho T-shirt on Saturday. See what they say.
I got the AEW's Jericho shirt.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I might actually bring the belt for them.
I'm bringing nothing with I'll just be ready and be like, hey, where's Wyndham? And then
you know what? It's like everybody. You gotta support indie wrestlers, and that's what we're doing this Saturday. We're gonna go watch them. We're gonna go cheer them on, and obviously we have a horse in the match of Jeremy Prophet. We want him to win, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Jeremy Prophet might use the fluorescent light and smash the opponent.
As much as I am a big 2.0 fan, I'm a bigger fan of the team they're facing. It's Casanova Productions. I don't know much about JD Producer. He just started tagging with Matt Viviani, but Matt Viviani is one of my favorite. I don't know if you guys know who Matt Viviani is. Fernando de la Cruz. He's gonna be fighting 2.0 on Saturday. You'll get to see what I'm talking about this Saturday. But let's continue with AEW, Bruno.
Yeah.
Well, next up. The AEW World Champion is up apparently against the number 2 ranked
Bruno Romano
in AEW, Dante Martin. So Dante Martin is number 2 ranked in AEW apparently, if I heard that correctly.
I guess. When did this match? Did you guys see it on social media when they made this match, or was it just an impromptu match that they made just to make Adam Page look like he's defending the title every week, kind of thing? That's what I think it looks like. Because you could put anybody against them, right?
They announced it on social media, I think only a few hours before.
Okay, so I wasn't aware of that.
Last year.
Yeah. I found that was kind of a filler match.
Yeah.
Because right away, but you know what?
It was what you expected, right? It was gonna be competitive. It was gonna be close. And then the whole you know what? Seeing the ending where Adam Page did that whole shake his hand and say the whatever about
give
Dante
him a
Martin.
chance. Yeah, he's gonna be the next guy.
Yeah, he's the next guy.
Keep going,
kisses his ass pretty much. Yeah. I was seeing that, and I was saying, you know what? I think Adam Page would need right there to give him a boost. That moment to give him a beating and turn heel.
Or no, Dante Martin should have did something.
No. Adam Page needs something. This baby face that they tried to do, that he had a drinking problem and he had no friends and all that stuff. It didn't work out the way they planned. I don't think he has that.
Yeah.
I feel now right because there. Actual people have drinking problems now in AEW, so they couldn't go with that storyline anymore.
I'm just saying, if Adam Page right there, the way he did it, it was so good. I'm like, if he
shakes his hand
and does a classic turn heel right now.
You would have more respect for Adam Page right there. I think so too.
You know what? I like this right now. Let's see where this is going. Yeah.
It would have been a turn of events, right? Yeah.
Because I think right now him as a babyface is maybe the thing that is holding him back because I don't know. He's been a babyface the whole entire time. And it's peak, you know. Like I feel
it seems like I think it's gonna run back to another Adam Cole and Adam Page match.
But that's
what it looks like, right?
I think what I thought was gonna happen is after Dante and Adam number 1 shook hands, Adam number 2 comes out of nowhere, right? And I thought Dante. That would have been a good time for Dante to actually, nab him in the nuts, and Dante would steal the title belt, and then it would be Adam Page, Adam Cole versus Dante. That would have been interesting. Or just nut tap Adam Page. You're not gonna Hangman anymore, Page.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, not everyone could turn heel on the same show. Like, you just had Jericho and
you're right. That's the thing, right? Because then it wouldn't make any sense, right? You need that spotlight on Jericho right now because he's out of everybody. But we have like somebody that says right here, why is everyone hating on babyfaces? I think we just
No, I'm not hating on babyfaces. I just think sometimes like every wrestler hits that point where they need something to shake them up, and I feel like he's stuck in
limbo right now.
He's been that character now the whole entire time.
Nothing against Adam Page. Nothing against Adam
Page.
No,
I love Adam Page. He's one of my favorite guys. Yeah. But that's why I want to see him in something a little more interesting. These babyface runs right now, the Lance Archer, we knew it was going to be just a quick thing, just to to give him something to win. And now this with the 12-year-old boy Adam Cole. Okay, I already know Adam Page could beat him up. Like, it's just a waste of time to watch him flip his hair and do this and talk like he's so tough. And I don't know. Adam Cole to me does not make any guy look like a champion for beating him.
Really?
Two things.
Beating Adam Cole to me doesn't make the champion.
Was a good match though. Was a good match.
He's good, but. I don't know.
He's just not believable.
Against Adam Page especially,
it's different. You like his wrestling skills, but he's not a believable character.
He's not a believable character. Yeah. Something about him. Something about him.
He's a cruiserweight going against a heavyweight, basically.
Yeah. Either way, it's not about my opinion on that, because that's not really the question here. The question is, who's gonna be the two teammates for Hangman Adam Page next week? Because if I'm not mistaken, they're doing a 3-on-3 match, and they both said they both get to pick two friends of their choice.
Well, Adam Cole picked the Red Dragons, right?
Oh, no. From the promo we saw later on the night, the Young Bucks said they didn't even want not to pick them because they didn't want to be part of it.
But then he said he picked.
Yeah,
I was going to pick them anyway.
But that's what the whole gimmick was. Like the Young Bucks are saying like they kind of knew that was going to happen, so they wanted to say first, don't even pick us because we don't want to be the ones in the match. Yeah. And then that Saved by the Bell type of
big belt, eh?
Saved by the Bell type of promo.
Make it huge.
It was a good setup by Hangman because he said that I'm gonna pick people the best tag team in the world, or I'm gonna pick two people that know Hangman better than himself. I'm gonna pick two people who know how to throw a party, and it's Red Dragon, not the Young Bucks.
But when he said that, that didn't click with me. Is there something that I was missing with that they know how to throw a party?
Bucks, Young Bucks have a super kick party.
He said two. Okay. First he said too young. He said something about young, like too young.
Yeah, okay. I got that. But then the party thing I didn't understand. But then that makes sense now.
Well, think about this. The parties, you throw in the Bucks, and then you have the young people. So put them together, you get the Young Bucks.
So just to wrap up, I guess this angle, because it carried over through the whole night. The next part of it was the Dark Order promo later in the night.
Yeah.
That was bad. That was bad. Yeah, the backstage promos are getting real, like I said.
Because you know what the problem is that everybody has creative control. A lot of them do. So it's not like, hey, Bruno, let's and this is I've heard this from a lot of wrestlers out there, and they tell me that when they have a match with somebody, I'll go to Bruno. Hey, Bruno, you want to talk about the match we're gonna have tonight? A lot of people go, no, I don't want to talk about it. We're gonna go off the cuff. Sometimes that works, but a lot of the times it doesn't. So I think that sometimes a lot of these guys don't even talk before, like that whole promo. I think they just saw each other for the first time that night, right there, that instant, and then just let's just go with the flow.
No, I see.
That's not planned. That is not a planned promo.
That was them. They
That is not a planned promo.
No, it's planned in the sense that you could tell they all met up and they got like a fucking Starbucks coffee. They're like, okay, in an hour from now, we have to film this promo for Dynamite tonight, you know? And so they're all
These
okay.
are the points you have to get.
I can see them all. I can see them all doing like workshopping, like Cody Rhodes is famous for. Okay, you know what? After you say that, you know, then after I'm gonna say this, and then when I do that, you come in and say that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. And I can see them doing that. You know, like that half hour.
John Silver is probably the. You know, but I don't understand why Colt Cabana doesn't cut a promo. The guy could cut a promo like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know why they're not putting this guy on the mic. Yeah. And what I'm gonna say this right now. I want to see CM Punk versus Colt Cabana. What's going on here? Where's this confrontation here? I want the confrontation.
What's the history? What's the issue with that? Give me a little rundown.
I'm sure Alex could tell us a lot more of the history of that.
I know there's beef, so what is it exactly?
Well, Colt Cabana and CM Punk were like best friends, and they got into the business together. They were a great tag team in ROH, Second City Saints. And, you know, with the lawsuit with after CM Punk got fired on his wedding day, you know, the whole story with the FedEx and whatnot. It was one of the WWE doctors, I don't remember their name, and along with WWE, I think too, were suing CM Punk for defamation of character because when CM Punk went on Colt Cabana's podcast in 2000 something, I don't remember. One of those years, a couple of years ago, and he basically explained how the doctor at the time in WWE mistreated his injuries, and so the doctor was suing both Colt and Punk. And it got really messy. It was like a couple of years, it lasted for a couple of years, and I think something to do with legal fees.
CM Punk said he was going to pay Colt Cabana's legal fees, if I'm not mistaken, and then he didn't. So CM Punk, Colt Cabana got pissed, and obviously they went their separate ways. But now they're in the same company now. They haven't been in a storyline. Let's say I'm curious to see if CM Punk is going to touch the Dark Order in AEW, because if he touches the Dark Order, I think didn't he fight somebody in the Dark Order already? CM Punk?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm very curious to see that. I think a lot of people would like to see that, but I don't know. I was
waiting for MJF to say something.
That's why I think it'll never happen, because I think if MJF is not going to say it, I don't think it's going to happen. So
but it's too bad because they were a great tag team.
They were,
and now Tony Khan bought ROH. And I'm just thinking, like, they had amazing matches in 2004 with the Briscoes. Cabana and Punk versus the Briscoes. Do that right now, like,
please.
It would be amazing.
When are they going to show up? I don't know, man. I'm waiting for them to show up. That's a great tag team. Maybe that's the tag team.
No. We all know the tag
Maybe
team.
Adam Page is going to get the Briscoes to come in. Never thought of that. That'd be cool. Going on now, Select the Blue.
Going on, we had Jobber number 1 and Jobber number 2 against Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley.
Oh, that was an intense match.
Quick pass it by.
I think that match was supposed to be on AEW Dark. I think they screwed up. I think
it was a match just to have the Regal promo after. It was
exactly. That was, you know what?
Let's cut to the chase here. The Regal promo. And we were watching it here. I'm like, he's like, I feel like he's talking like he's on a podcast here. Is it just me? He just kept going? A couple of notes I took.
True.
He's really good at keeping track of time. He referenced 29 years since he last seen Tony Schiavone, 21 years since he met Daniel Bryan, 39 years ago something else, and then 20 years ago he met Jon Moxley. Like
I was confused about that timeline there.
All of that in the opening of his promo.
Very confusing timeline.
That was a good 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh man,
it was a great promo, Regal, and just like if you guys have never seen William Regal versus Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley from FCW in 2011 and 2012, you guys need to Google that, because maybe the matches are not for everyone. I'll admit they're kind of slow. There's a lot of storytelling, but just if you can't find the matches, just find the build-up. Like Moxley or Ambrose. William Regal and Dean Ambrose in FCW. When Ambrose got hired by WWE, he was in the developmental FCW.
FCW.
Regal was on commentary, and for a year, Ambrose was bashing him in promos, and he was calling him out, and it was really good. that's what made me like a really big fan of Ambrose.
So
Just the
all
promos.
that William Regal stuff that he was saying about Daniel Bryan and everything it's all true, right? In the end, so
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
okay.
he mentored
You know what?
Danielson.
You know, it'd be fun to recap on the podcast, like so when we do our classic reviews.
Sure.
I think watching FCWs could be interesting because I feel like that's when all the best guys came out of, right?
You know what? I'm gonna
there's,
tell you
that,
something
like
right
you just
now.
said.
Like not for nothing, not to like. I'd love for Kyle and Alex to do a classic pay per view because I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. If you guys don't know who Alex, everyone knows who Claudio is now, but Alex is new here. But Alex has a very big brain in wrestling, and I know Kyle. I've said Kyle, and that's another thing. I'd love to see you guys go in a trivia match.
Ooh.
Maybe you could go. Maybe Alex could go against the winner of Bruno and Kyle one day. We'll see. But yeah, that'd be pretty
You
cool because
show
you have all
respect.
knowledge of the little stuff, and that's what I like too. Though, and I'm sure a lot of people out there like that too.
Let me cut this mic over here.
Outta here.
You show your
You're not gonna win
respect
anyways,
to
bro.
the number one contender
You're not
right
gonna
here.
touch
We
Kyle
don't
in
have
a
to talk about
trivia
who's gonna
match,
be
crazy.
fighting, who's gonna be in a
Crazy.
trivia match next. It's me.
I don't even know how did you end up even
'Kay,
facing Kyle in the end, anyways.
Right.
But
Alex,
and that's
who,
not, we're not to tell
who
her.
won? Okay, who did Booker T beat on the last Monday Night Show for the title?
Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
I didn't know.
And that, my friend, was the question that won me
That screwed me.
the trivia match.
Coincidentally, he's a big Papa Pump fan, eh? And coincidentally, why would there be a big Papa Pump question
It's a
in there?
historical event. Who
Drake.
lost the
You
champion?
see, Alex, you're seeing what I'm seeing right now, right? Anyways, that's for another day. It's for another
How about
podcast.
another
It's for another night.
Okay, fine. Another one.
He got
action.
I got
fucking-
screwed. That's what
he
happened.
did all get
I got
screwed.
screwed. That's what happened.
He got
Going on.
extra-
You're gonna say Frank?
Going on.
Frank
He
now?
got
Yeah,
extra
Bruno.
points in that one that were never supposed to be available.
Anyways,
That I'll leave it at that.
Stop
You
crying.
can watch the trivia
no
match. and
crying-
see
there's
the
no crying in
controversy there.
wrestling. No
And I
crying in
let him
wrestling.
have it. Anyways, moving on.
No crying in wrestling.
Back to the action.
Back to the action.
So yeah, Regal did Regal. I'm happy to see Regal. I'm happy to see Regal out there. I was happy. He was one of the highlights for me at the pay-per-view. I'm happy to see him there tonight. With
I don't know. Not too many people were telling me they were too happy to see him, and I'm not going to name names, but we'll keep it at that.
keep it at that.
You know who you are out there
Then we
if
had-
you're watching.
I don't know much about Wheeler Yuta.
You know what?
But
that was
Him coming out with the 2022 oddities. I don't think makes him look
friends.
more tough. The best friend.
Especially with
Danhausen
with
and-
Orange Cassidy with the sling too. It didn't really-
Oh my
Yeah.
god! By the way, I thought Danhausen. I swear to God, I thought Danhausen because he was talking to Orange Cassidy really quick. So I caught this at the corner of my eye. I thought Danhausen heard saying, "But go on. He has to be evil tonight. He has to be very evil." And then I never seen Danhausen so pissed. He's just looking at the match. He goes, evil. I'm like, oh my god, this. You know what? I cannot wait for the day Danhauser does a promo.
What's his name? What's his name, Kyle?
I'm sorry.
What's his name? What's his name?
Danhauser.
Hauser or Hausen?
Danhausen.
Oh, okay, perfect.
There you
Just
go.
clarify. But before you continue, I just want to say hello to some new people in the chat here. We have My B Tunes Peanuts or.
What's up?
Nice for you to come by. We have we know we have some comments here. We're gonna what the comments that you guys say. We're gonna say them when we do talk about the what happened in AEW. So thank you very much. And Yakuza Series Official and The Shooter. So it's some pretty crazy names here on YouTube. I want to thank these people, and especially D. Cena. I know she's a subscriber as well. Guys, take a second, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. We appreciate the support. Continue, Claudio.
So
Oh.
Yuta Puck, good match.
Yes,
It was what we expected.
It was good. It was good. But I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't the bastard supposed to be blind? But then I'm like,
not
never
anymore.
mind.
Not
Never
anymore.
mind. It came to me. But man, that match
Kayfabe's
was.
dead,
But what did this match too just came out of nowhere, right? Because they're
Yeah.
both good guys to me.
That's what happens,
Hey,
eh? You know,
something-
if you notice when AEW after a pay-per-view, it's scrambling. They don't know what the hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Because-
they're rebooting all these storylines right now. They're
Yeah.
restarting stuff and they're going along with. So it's. I always find that first one. That's the complete opposite of Raw. Raw usually always has that big show after a pay-per-view, regardless if the pay-per-view was garbage or not. But AEW always is slow out of the gate after the pay-per-view, so I don't know. It was kind of weird to see, like I said, like the Dante Martin and Wheeler Yuta. These guys could stay on AEW Dark. I don't know. I don't want to see them on my TV. And
Frank, if you're gonna name that other company, you're gonna say the other company. We do not mention the 3 letters of the other company.
Okay, so then if we're not gonna mention other companies, we can't mention other podcasts. Then, so I guess we can't mention the. We can't mention the.
I'll tell you. The 3
podcast
letters
that you're on, then.
The 3 letters we can mention. The 3 letters we can mention, and for good reason right now, is FTR. Because this is now where the show picked back up.
This is where I started.
Now the momentum started swinging. Now the show.
That was out of left field. I didn't expect that.
FTR preaching about how important family is, and they're going back home.
They're turning babyface. Here we go.
And then Tully gives them shit. And FTR fires Tully Blanchard. Boom.
Yeah, I thought Vin Diesel was gonna come out of nowhere.
Vin Diesel,
guys.
Why?
Okay, this is for fans.
For real, Alex.
I'm like, yeah, because
Alex, this is your friend here, man. I don't know, man.
Alex,
it's time to find new friends, man.
Is this? You like this?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, like I think Tully Blanchard with FTR was a no-brainer. It was amazing, like being put together. But this came out of left field, like you Frank said, and it kind of made me jump a bit out of my seat a little bit. I know it sounds weird just from someone getting fired, right, in the FTR firing Tully Blanchard. But I was like, holy shit, this is great. Because honestly, I was listening to Dax cut his promo before. It's like a man is talking about his love of professional wrestling, his love of his wife, his love for his daughter.
Pure babyface stuff.
And his family. I'm like, how can you not love this guy? I love this guy.
You're not gonna boo him,
like,
right?
This guy made me want to cry. Like, he loves everything I love.
Yeah.
So it's like FTR Babyfaces is a great move. And like, it's really like, the only thing is that it's like, I know we could talk about this later, but this was the episode where all the factions went to shit. It's like the Pinnacle.
It's
Inner
true.
Circle.
Hey, I didn't see that.
Like,
yeah, you're right. Wow.
Everything like went to shit. Like all the mainstays of AEW. But
I like
good.
it though. I think it's a
reboot.
good thing. I think it's a good reboot.
Well,
I think
things
it's a
have
good
to eventually come to an end,
new
right?
season. Here we go. It's now Survivor started tonight, so they got to compete with Survivor on
For
Wednesday
real?
night.
Tonight?
Yeah. I think,
Really? You
Yeah.
didn't talk about it once.
I was trying to. I don't want to say it so my phone doesn't hear me.
Okay,
so that way it doesn't
okay.
start
So you can watch
showing
it
me
after.
random
Okay.
shit as soon as I open my Twitter or something, you know?
Really surprised. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're all looking forward to see what's up for FTR.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good move. We all agree. Now, let's cut to the next great segment. The AHFO, which
There you
even
go.
Matt
Get it
Hardy
out.
almost fucked up in the ring.
We all saw it coming, guys, right?
I like the build up, the whole Andrade forcing his
yeah.
English there with the thumbs up, and then behind his back, private party down.
That was
Now,
cool.
I like this because they got me. They're beating the crap out of him, and who comes out? Fucking Sting and Darby Allin. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, all this for this. Fuck a big Sting Darby Allin save. Then
The
I was
music
not
hit.
only did the fans screaming Jeff, and then you know what's happening. The music hits. Instant goosebumps.
I don't know.
How amazing was that?
I did. I knew it was coming. I don't care. I jumped out of my seat.
Yeah.
No,
Me
but
too.
the Sting, at least the Sting Darby thing took a bit off me. Thinking, oh, they may have not be doing it.
They
At
like
least
to
they did.
disappoint you in that, eh? They like to
but that was
screw
a
with your
good
head,
move.
eh?
I'll give Tony Khan. I know I'm trying to take your Booker of the Year, but this one here I liked it. If there was his idea to do the fake, that was beautiful. The music
Well
hitting
done.
Jeff
It was well
Hardy. The Hardy. We're getting the Hardy boys.
And you could see how excited he was when he came down. He didn't even run. He stopped running to acknowledge the fans. I think he forgot he actually had to run into the ring. He's like, "Oh, I have to go in the ring now. Okay, let me go." And he ran in the ring, and then the rest is history.
But you know what? I'll just do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's my brother. I think Kyle would have a fun time with that. But that was great to see, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be pissed off about Jeff Hardy kind of screwing over WWE, going to AEW because his brother's there.
Listen.
But the last thing is he's back on TV. We're happy to see him. He's a great wrestler. We all love to watch him do what he likes to do, and I'm excited to see what's
Tell you
going
right
to
now, I want to see the Hardy Boys against Christian and Billy Gunn.
A lot of people are saying in the chat here, I think it was Yakuza, Jeff Hardy versus MJF. There was even another one. Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk would be a great one too.
It's Hardy Boys right now. It's Hardy Boys.
It is going to be Hardy Boys.
It's Hardy Boys right now. It's tag team right now.
They're going to wait for pay-per-views.
They have the fucking music. They coughed up the money for whoever owned that music.
I saw this.
The most excited person, I'm sure, is Claudio to see the Hardy Boys back.
I would. There's this meme that I was scrolling through, right?
To change those buttons there, Claudio.
So one of them is like, oh, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Hardy's like, screw you WWE, and Vince McMahon has that shocked Vince McMahon face. And then it's like Jeff Hardy onto better wrestling, right? And then you see Tony Khan. He goes, now if you understand the story, Tony Khan's like, hold my beer. On next week's episode, Jeff Hardy premiering at AEW Dark. That is so beautiful. It's like watch now. Like I might be calling it a little bit. Watch Jeff Hardy. We're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I'll go on AEW Dark now.
Because you know what it is, Claudio. The thing is, when you bring in too many guys, you can't put them all on TV at the same time.
Oh,
it's hard. It's hard. So a lot of people have to be relegated to AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, which is not a bad thing, But
no, it's not.
But a lot of people, and then it makes you want to work just as hard to get onto TV and onto Rampage, onto Dynamite, onto a pay-per-view, and
So get back on.
Yeah, well, this is what I think now. I mean, I think we mentioned this. It was either last week or the week before. It's like all these wrestlers are coming in now. Now I think it's it's a good time for Jericho, CM Punk, and all the big ones to take a little break and focus on the other ones.
Well, that's a very good point, because you know what because you don't want to see these guys every week, especially the guys that were there at the beginning. We're all like, it seems like it's a WWE show more than an AEW show, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
WWE is the only federation for the last fucking 20 years.
Best federation out
Of course,
there
everybody, all the good wrestlers have of course come through their system, right?
But here's the thing though, like I know we're saying that there's a lot of WWE guys. That's a fair point. It's true, but look at their champions at AEW. They're all pretty much originals. Hangman, you got Dr. Britt Baker, Jurassic Express,
Scorpio Sky,
Jade Cargill, maybe not original.
Well, original, but she's an original for AEW. Right? She wasn't in WWE before.
And Scorpio Sky, you mentioned Sammy Guevara too, exactly.
Yeah.
So at least they have that, and the good thing too. Sorry, Claudio, just gonna say is that all of their champions are really young. They're like under 30 or just a bit over 30.
Oh yeah, they're going to be champions in 15 years from now too, as well. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I like that.
But now, like Frank, I think you mentioned it again like a few weeks ago. It's like like now, Dynamite and Rampage should be their own thing. Because now this crisscrossing thing,
like a Raw, like Raw is Raw and SmackDown is SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. So I think like if they have for example the Hardy Boys, they're going to be on Rampage. They'll be on Rampage. Brian Danielson and John Moxley, they're going to be on Dynamite. They're going to be on Dynamite. Because if they're going to keep crisscrossing, and eventually Ring of Honor. Well, fuck, it's going to be too much. Like for me who doesn't follow Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it'll get confusing.
I'm not going to,
I know, I understand what you're saying. I understand, but that's...
Jeremy Prophet goes on... But if Jeremy Prophet goes to AEW, I'm definitely going to watch.
Soon. He's going to be winning Luth Academy, which is going to be coming up in May. If anyone wants to check that out, take the links in our description for Luth Academy and support Jeremy Prophet. You're going to be able to get to vote, so you'll be able to advance to the next round. And the winner of the Luth Academy, there will be a tag team, a singles men and a singles woman, and they will all get each $5,000 each and get a 3-month training at the Nightmare Factory with QT Marshall and whoever else is going to be there, rubbing shoulders with the AEW brass. And you never know, maybe there could be an opportunity a week in, a day in, 2 weeks in, that you'll be able to maybe wrestle at AEW Dark or Elevation. You never know what could happen. So we're going to be pushing the envelope here for Jeremy Prophet. If you haven't heard about Luth Academy, get familiar with it, because we're going to be talking a lot about it. But let's continue with AEW.
Let's continue with the show.
He's back.
So next up, we're gonna get Friday our first look at Shane Swerve.
Swerve,
is that his name? Shane Swerve? Did I say it right?
Swerve Strickland.
Why did I Shane for?
Swerve.
Okay, Shane Swerve. Okay.
His name was Isaiah Swerve Scott in NXT? He was good. I don't know why they got rid of him.
He's Shane Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
He was that in MLW with
Swerve Strickland is his
Shane Swerve
something
Strickland
like that,
also
against.
Swerve the Realist.
Is that Ethan Page, right?
He was in MLW,
Tony
Swerve.
Nese.
Who is that?
Yeah, it was an MLW.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He was
I didn't know that.
facing Tony Nese on Rampage.
Oh, that's who that guy was.
Tony Nese is from NXT as well.
Okay, one of those guys.
Lost in the shuffle in AEW. Poor guy.
Amazing in WWE. It was amazing in 205 Live.
Yeah, he was great. Now he was a cruiserweight champion, no? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we got that Friday, but again now, Wardlow comes out looking like $1 million.
Wardlow
Grabs that mic from Tony Schiavone.
How did you? You know what? I'm gonna ask Alex this. How did you like his promo? This is one of the first times he's grabbed the mic, had it on his own. No MJF, no anybody there. It was his thing. How did you like it?
I think it was okay. I was surprised. I think he talked well. Considering he's doing like a pure babyface promo.
Yeah, it's hard.
Fine.
It's hard. Because
Yeah,
if it was a heel promo, I think it would have been a lot easier for him, right?
I think so, but I think he did okay. I think the fans were with him as long as he didn't lose them, and like he could have said anything. I think that we were waiting for this moment for like how many years now?
Yeah, well, 3 years, like you were saying. Yeah, 3 years. He's
That's
been,
it, 3 years. Yeah,
MJF's
right.
lackey, and so yeah, it's great to see. It's great to see. Are you behind Wardlow, Claudio, or are you still an MJF guy?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm curious what's gonna happen yet and next. But actually, I will say this though. I was kind of disappointed with the Revolution match of CM Punk versus MJF because I knew Wardlow was going to betray him. Now, going back on Sunday, I knew Wardlow was going to betray MJF, but I did not expect that to happen because I thought MJF was going to win that match, and then Wardlow was going to come in. And that's when he was gonna have his moment. But the fact that CM Punk won, which again, like I like CM Punk, don't get me wrong, but the more I was thinking about it, the more MJF should have won. The way Wardlow betrayed MJF was kind of cheap, in a way.
Yeah, the whole like I don't know where the ring is kind of thing. And
yeah, exactly.
Think of it.
That's beautiful.
That's the culmination of a 3-year storyline.
It was
right
beautiful.
There. So I kind of see where Claudio's coming from.
I literally been saying for almost a year that's how he's gonna screw him. He's gonna come to the ring and do the whole I don't have it, or he's gonna throw it to the other guys. He kind of did that
because Wardlow was the one that was carrying it for him on numerous occasions, right?
Yeah,
so that was kind of the story that was going along with it, which is great storytelling. But I think I would have wanted a little bit more. But I think what we said last week. I think we're gonna get CM Punk versus MJF one more time. I was telling Bruno that to maybe get out of the contract, Wardlow would have to give up his TNT title shot to MJF, and then all bygones be bygones kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen. But curious to see. I don't think it'll be a triple threat. I think that deserves one-on-one. I think they've worked hard enough to get that one-on-one match because I always say I think if you have a one-on-one match on a pay-per-view, I think you're well deserved by getting it. You've worked hard. And if they throw in that third person, I think it's just like, okay, I don't think you were able to pull it off, so we just threw in this other person, like Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch and Charlotte, like that year, which I still don't understand what happened in that match. But that's for another day. But I think they do deserve a one-on-one match. We're going to get to see MJF and Wardlow one day in the future. That's a guarantee. If it's for a title or not, it's very interesting to see.
The way he did the promo is kind of seeming like he's not going to interact with MJF for a while or for a little while. It kind of seemed that way. He said, I don't want to waste. He said it. I don't want to waste any energy on even having to beat this guy up. He's like, I don't give a damn about him. I don't want any. So I kind of feel he's trying to do it in a way where they're going to tease us even longer, where Wardlow's going to split from him and get his build even more, and then we'll be like,
Did we
if they do that, that's beautiful. Like
maybe I missed it. Did we see CM Punk or MJF tonight?
No,
CM Punk did. Yes, there was a backstage promo that they shot after the match against MJF.
Okay.
It was like
I understand.
wasn't
Roman.
much. But,
Okay.
no, I can't even remember what he said. I'll be honest.
The promo. It was a
I can't
promo on Rampage. You're talking about.
No. This was
No.
tonight on Dynamite.
Tonight.
That
Yeah.
they aired. Just was like a recap of the dog collar.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So he
Yeah.
wasn't
And then
on the
just-
show, like.
No.
he
Okay,
wasn't
okay.
on the show at all.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with like Punk and MJF, I could totally see them, because we all know like MJF has to be world champion one of these days.
100%.
I could see them revisiting the feud for the rubber match when MJF is champion. Hopefully sooner than later.
There you go.
I've never been happier to be wrong about a prediction. I'm glad Punk won the dog collar match, especially when I saw his entrance. Like as a Ring of Honor fan, I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, you
ROH
must have been happy
Punk
about that.
From 2004 with his
I didn't
shorts, with his
catch it. I
jacket,
didn't
with
catch
his
it.
music.
I wasn't a big
Like,
like
you know
I
what, you
watched
just
Ring of Honor, not to the point where I knew their entrance music and their moves or anything, but that was pretty cool to see. Like we were begging for something when he bought it that day. They didn't do anything. At least they did that for CM Punk, which was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to like when Wardlow says that he doesn't want, in a way, like he doesn't want anything to do with MJF. Let's not forget that MJF is a sneaky fuck.
yeah.
So he's gonna do something, and this is what I hope happens. So the first time he's gonna he's gonna be sneaky to Wardlow. Wardlow's is gonna walk away, just like the slap, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, like the third or fourth time, like MJF pisses him off, then I hope Wardlow says along the lines, what you've done with CM Punk and the dog collar match is nothing. And then Wardlow drops the mic and walks away. And then for the next pay-per-view, it's gonna be like in a like a hell
Steel
Hell in
cage?
a Cell kind of match cage, or MJF is gonna face Wardlow in the dog collar match.
You know what? They were saying that the dog collar match, the referee was part of those other matches too, as well. I don't know if you noticed that, Alex. I was reading it somewhere. The referee,
If it was Paul Turner, I think
that referee was in the dog collar match. Ref the other dog collar matches that CM Punk was in, I think.
Yeah, because it probably ref like one against Raven in 2003.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
That's the thing too. He came in the same attire, and that's the match that Punk won, the dog collar match. So
You know what? As soon as I saw that, I went to go check. Well, I went not right away because I was at the Place whatever, the wrestling show for WWE. But when I got home and I saw that, I'm like, I don't think Punk would do this on purpose. Just go with something new, and I'm sure there's some kind of significance behind this wrestling attire, which is pretty cool, man. Like that's one of the reasons why I like Punk, because it's stuff like that. So I like that. Bruno?
Yeah.
Well, I like that AEW is now Wardlow's world. Says he ended. That's his catch. That's
his new catchphrase now?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. That's his first time?
Yeah, that's how he ended his promo. He built up to that. Like,
He's gonna have to go back to the drawing board. on that. Or ask Chris Jericho for a fucking
he
catchphrase.
delivered,
I'm sure he has a ton of them that he hasn't used and just has it in his back pocket.
He's a monster. He just he's gonna have a mouthpiece probably. And
Well, you know what? I think he does need a mouthpiece.
Yeah, but no, he did really good tonight. He did really good.
Give him Dan
really
Lambert.
So too, yeah.
He did
But
really
no,
good.
You can't give him Dan
His
Lambert.
whole
He's bad.
story, he did a really good promo tonight.
Who's a good?
Either way.
Who's a good? Okay, anyways. Go
Either way, promos. We got Keith Lee cutting, says generic stuff. QT Marshall comes in.
QT Marshall. Get it
Marshall.
right.
It's Marshall.
Get it
Just
right.
to let him know that
Marshall.
they both have a common enemy in Team Taz, and that
Ooh.
QT Marshall and the Nightmare Factory, the Factory, are allies for Keith Lee.
Ooh, well,
And,
you know what? QT, just wait until you get to see the specimen
No,
of Jeremy
but
Prophet.
Keith Lee expressed how he doesn't give a shit about
Give me
that.
Jeremy
and
Prophet versus Keith Lee. He'll put him over your shoulders, no problem. I'll tell
Keith
you that.
Lee just dismissed his QT's offer.
So
for
I guess
them
we're
to
going to see
have his back.
QT Marshall versus Keith Lee, I guess.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Alex, did we see a promo for them for Friday night on Rampage?
I think
yeah?
I saw it too. Yeah.
This Friday?
But-
Yeah, Rampage.
One thing I like
Yeah.
about the promo, I'll give props to QT because I know he's a producer. As a fellow producer, I notice these things. His quick little promo, as much as it was to have the little setup of them dissing each other, it was like him. It was like a little spot to tell the story, to remind people, we have a same enemy in Team Taz. Like the way you're
telling people what you're telling
reminding
people.
that Keith Lee's beefing with Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly. That's great. That's great storytelling.
And the thing with Powerhouse
little subtle things,
whatever. And like it's I like that. And then that little moment. So a lot of stuff in that little quick promo that could just be dismissed, but it was a good tight little thing.
Yeah.
And then brings us to our tag team. I was about to say main event, tag team championship. Not even co-main event, just tag team championship match before like 3 other matches after it. So fuck me.
Title matches tonight.
Yeah. So it was a good match though. Jurassic Express comes out. The Acclaimed 8 to the Tracks isn't here to give us his.
I wasn't downstairs to
I'm
ask
gonna
8
say
to the Tracks
I'm
what
giving
was,
it a 9. Max Caster, bless him. Solid lyrics tonight. Solid lyrics.
He's got some good rhymes, man.
Solid lyrics, man. And was it Anthony Bowens?
Anthony Bowens, yeah.
Anthony Bowens. Yeah. His delivering is like he's like kind of like the New Age Outlaws. He just screams that one thing there.
No, he's like
says the name of the city.
Enzo and Cass.
Acclaim have arrived.
Cass used to do the same thing.
Yeah, so he's not a good talker, but he knows he could just scream a couple times.
That's
intense.
it. It's the spiel.
He's a good
People
wrestler,
like it. Keep doing it, right? Like there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody likes it. It's not like everyone's dissing it, so why stop doing it?
Good match. I was into the match. A lot of action. 2 young teams.
Very good. Lots of fun.
Very good match. I'm pretty sure we all expected, right, that Acclaim was going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, Acclaim was going to lose, sorry.
Well, it would have been nice for the Acclaim to win. But.
Yeah, not yet. But you know what? One thing with AEW, again, like I like the Wardlow thing that it's been like fucking almost 3 years. I'd rather the Acclaimed don't get a title shot for a little while, but have some cool things. The same way I would have rathered Adam Page have a little more bigger storylines before he got the title. I find they rush sometimes, like you even said before how young a lot of the champions are. That's not, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing right away, I think it's believable if you have like a Christian win a TNT title because he's an established guy, and then a Sammy Guevara beats a Christian, and it's like, oh,
that's what they did with Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah. Cody's already been in the game a long time, so you could believe it.
Yeah.
A guy that's 22 years old, it's not the same. Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, they already won the title.
Well, you could say like Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, like Jim Ross always says. They went the long road too. They took some beatings, they took some despair, and here they are now, right? Now on top of the world.
That is a good example of perhaps a young team that I think had a good story leading up to their title. They were always involved in something since the beginning.
Yeah.
From day one, they were involved in something in the storylines of AEW, so they deserve it from that standpoint. And again, they had a bunch of different feuds, credible feuds, storylines. It wasn't always in the title picture, but they were always there. And so them winning it, it's not a bad thing. Again, a lot of these other guys, like even Darby Allin, he was a big fan favorite at the beginning, but look where he is now. He got everything to the point he's just there now, I feel like. He was a fan favorite. He got the push. He won. He got Sting as his guy. He had a few big feuds, and what else? Now he's
the meaningful thing he did was with the match with CM Punk, and it was only one match.
There you go.
It's so much more.
So much with one guy. Wouldn't it be better if CM Punk won a title, then Darby Allin beat a CM Punk? Now that title reign and that victory is a lot more than a 22-year-old being it for another 22-year-old, but then you have a bunch of 200-plus pound guys and a bunch of established veterans fighting.
Because in the end,
storylines about nothing.
You know what? And
but the tag team title division and the TNT title division and the world title division is by guys that are under 170 pounds. All of them. And it's like, to a certain point, it's like...
To the untrained eye, like if you were watching tonight for the first time, who's Sammy Guevara? He's the champion. Okay, so... As the champion, I'm supposed to think that he is the best, and no. Now he lost to somebody, Scorpio Sky. Now to the untrained eye, who the hell is Scorpio Sky? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people think like if they weren't in WWE before, nobody really knows who these people are, right? So it's one guy giving
the WWE.
Yeah, I know, but ask. It's like ask 50 people who Scorpio Sky is. Ask 50 people who Sammy Guevara is. They're not going to know who he is.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They'll probably know who Dolph Ziggler is before Sammy Guevara.
If you only watch AEW and you've only watched Dynamite, you've seen him fight a lot earlier in AEW, in AEW's timeline, and then the last year you've seen him sitting in the stands.
Especially Scorpio Sky. When's the last time you've seen him in the main event, in a match, let alone in a main event? All of a sudden, he becomes. What happened there? There had to have been something up.
I think that golden ring he has. I think since he won the thing.
No,
last
I think
year,
Sammy Guevara was legitimately injured. I think he was legitimately injured. It's impossible. How do you do that? How do you? I don't get that booking. Well, I know we'll talk about it later, but to give it to Scorpio, like, not to take anything away from Scorpio Sky, the guy's going to be a champion. Wasn't he the first tag team champions for AEW, if I'm not mistaken?
Christopher Daniels.
Yeah. So.
Well, I feel that it's.
I don't know. I don't think he should have won tonight.
In all fairness, I know what you're saying, but based on what I said before, I kind of think it's a good thing. Let him fight for it. I feel like this is gonna be they've been presenting the top team as good, like legit competitors, right? Yeah. Scorpio Sky, if you do look at his AEW career, is a legitimate guy. Yeah. He won a lot of big matches. He's been in a lot of big storylines. Maybe not in the last year. And
he has
Dynamite.
That faction behind them, right? The Dan Lambert, the American Top Team.
They tied in.
People kind of know who they are.
Van Zandt, or what is
Paige Van Zandt.
Paige Van Zandt signed the contract, so you can see it's gonna be a tag team storyline. So now Sammy's an underdog. We're gonna get to see him try to work to get it back. It's going to be a longer feud.
I agree with you. Now, the way you're presenting it to me now.
It seems like, what do you want to do? Feud with Jericho again? Yeah. Feud with the Elite? I find it's something fresh. So
it's a new faction, too.
It's a new faction. Yeah. It's a fresh take. Ty Conti, Sammy Guevara. We haven't seen them together. And then.
Should be interesting.
What
they called her Sammy Guevara's wife?
Yeah.
They're not married, are they? They're not married. I'm sure he's still going through the divorce with his ex-wife that he had a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he's dating. Not that they get me wrong. Hey. I would love to date Ty Conti. And
big up Sammy. Do what you do. You're a young kid. You're young.
Yeah, have fun.
Whether he's a wrestler or not, I met the kid. He's 24. You're young.
Have fun.
Don't lock yourself down. Moving on. With QT, Jurassic Express, and then we had a quick Jade Cargill promo. Yeah.
I missed that.
We were wrapping up the podcast with Jeremy at that point. It was classic. Did I miss anything?
She's just saying, like, who's next, who's left.
Yeah,
and,
who is next, though, Alex? Tell me, though. Who's going to take the belt off Jade Cargill?
I don't think anybody will.
I don't even think half the men in the back can take the belt off her.
They're gonna ride. They're gonna what they're doing with her is gonna be good for the AEW division. They're using that gimmick.
Yes.
They're building that
because whoever beats her is gonna be a big deal, right?
Exactly. So they wanted to get to whatever 60
but
and
who is it gonna
100
be?
and 0.
Who is it gonna be?
And then exactly, well, who knows?
Ruby Soho. Maybe they bring in Ember Moon. Maybe
whoever it's gonna be, it'll be a legitimate.
Mia Yim. Was it
hopefully it's
a lot of free agents.
Yeah, a lot of free agents.
Hopefully it's not somebody though that they bring in and they give them the title like in the first month. I hope it's somebody that
because then you just wasted Jade Cargill's time doing all this.
Yeah.
And she built herself to the monster that she is right now. And she's a believable monster. That's what I like about Jade Cargill, because I believe that she could beat anybody on the roster, and I think everybody out there could believe the same thing.
I think if she continues getting better, Ty Conti could be that face in a year from now.
No.
That gets that run.
No. Maybe,
you
but
never know.
No.
They're giving her a lot of bigger and bigger.
Ty Conti is in the right place at the right time. That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
But she's not bad in the ring.
But let's hear her talk.
She's not bad. She's getting better.
Let's hear her talk.
She's better.
You got to have the total package. If you want to be a champion in a company like AEW or WWE,
she's not
and
bad
you cannot talk on the mic.
She's very believable.
Forget it. It's over.
She's good.
Back of the line.
She's not bad.
Yeah, but you have to be able to talk.
We're gonna see. She's obviously gonna be in a promo and a story now.
Yeah, because they're gonna
build. It's gonna be her chance.
They're gonna build her up with Paige Van Zandt to build her up into the Jade Cargill situation, and let's see if it works.
No, I don't think it's gonna be right away. I'm saying it could be a year from now, because Jade's gonna get up to close to 100, if not 100.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna go over 100?
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna pull the Goldberg
or 50. Yeah, but
What is
even
she
at
at
that,
right now? What is she at? 30
realistic.
something?
even at that,
She's
that's
already at
still
29.
20
Yeah,
weeks
it's still
from
a lot.
now.
And it's not like WCW adding on 10, 20 of them every week there.
House shows.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's Goldberg's 127-0, but last week he was 40-0. What happened here? You had 70 matches in 1 week? What the fuck?
Yeah, you can't do that now with the internet. How it is.
No,
like
you can't.
Twitter,
You can't.
do that.
You can't play with
bullshit like
people's minds. People are a lot smarter than that nowadays.
that. Yeah.
Or Thunder Rosa, who we saw up next, could be the face that goes for Jade Cargill.
Yeah, David and Goliath story. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but I know. But
She's the one who beat Jade Cargill, got a fluke victory, right? If I'm
know,
not mistaken,
man.
in the
It's
tournament, in the TNT title tournament.
Ruby Soul.
No, Jade Cargill beat Thunder Rosa, I think.
Thunder Rosa, yes.
Yeah.
Because Serena Deeb,
Martinez
I think someone interfered.
and Mercedes
Martinez.
Okay, so that could they could tie that back in when the time is right.
They could, but except Rosa looks like she's going for the AEW women's title. Like,
I feel like they've been pushing her and
world
Britt
champ.
Baker for so long to a point that it just might not happen. And
You know what's crazy? I think they build these wrestlers up so much that it's hard for someone to take them seriously enough to
you know
say
what
that
it
they're
is?
going to beat them right now.
You know
That's
what-
all. That's
yeah.
great booking, though. By the way, I'm not shitting on AEW here, but they have booked Britt Baker and Jade Cargill so good that there is no one else that could take them out. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm saying it right now. I'm confused a bit.
No,
but
the right
you know what
person
I'm trying to say, right?
but it's forcing them to have to build
Yeah.
a good someone to
Yeah.
beat them instead
But
of having a
you
bunch of
need-
just.
Yeah. Unless it's just somebody random and it doesn't make any sense, and that's when a lot of the marks
Listen,
get pissed
that's
off.
why I think Thunder Rosa making her lose to Britt Baker, ending that feud, and then transitioning to Jade Cargill, they could give Thunder Rosa a belt and make her win.
That makes
make her-
Thunder Rosa look weak after.
The people
she
don't.
Especially against somebody like
The
Jade
people
Cargill.
don't want to see Thunder Rosa beat Britt Baker.
So then stay with.
She's not gonna get the
No, it's gonna
babyface
happen.
cheer.
It's gonna happen.
But she won't get the babyface reaction they want for Thunder Rosa
No,
if she
because
beats
it's more
Britt
of a
Baker.
rivalry.
If she beats what?
It's in her hometown though. Next week in San Antonio, or
Yeah?
somewhere
Yeah,
in Texas.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think it's San Antonio. Yeah.
I don't know.
Thunder Rosa
see.
has a good chance of winning.
And you just,
But I mean,
you just solidified the win right there with the hometown.
Well, except for Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is the only and CM Punk like really lose in their hometown in AEW, but pretty much everyone wins.
It's true. It's true. Going on, next one.
Well, then tonight's main event.
The main event.
We kind of talked half about it already, but the TNT title is on the
Now
line.
I'm gonna what was Jeremy saying today when he was talking about that injury? Now that it kind of intrigued me because that's why I think he was legitimately injured, because the referee in a normal match, why isn't he counting out Sammy Guevara?
Well, they had a commercial break. That's
Yeah, but still, we can still see what's going on. At least don't. I don't know.
To kill a picture-in-picture, you know.
I don't know, man.
It's
Like,
AEW, man. They
That's
don't.
well, okay. That's the excuse now. Going
Well,
on?
there's
It's
some,
AEW, it's okay.
no, but it's happened so many times. I said it too. There's the
Yeah.
tag team
Relax
match.
the
Everyone's in the
rules.
ring.
Yeah.
Someone goes to a table.
Yeah.
It's
No
not
one's counting them out.
It's not a
The referee helping the wrestler. Like,
yeah, they
come
wanted
on,
to
man.
do that old school.
And then what was said was like, oh, it'd be even stupider. Like it would make sense for him not to wrestle. Like if he was legitimately injured, then it's like okay, like that's bad on us. Like the guy is injured. But if he does one of those, oh, I'm good to go. Oh, I could do it. Then it's like we've seen this before. We've seen this a million times before.
Even from Sammy too.
And even from Sammy too. Exactly. Yeah. I didn't even know that. Jeremy was the one who told me that. But we've seen this before.
But I know what happened recently.
Yeah. Supposedly Eddie Guerrero was the one who did this years ago. Like he was, and it was believable because it's never happened before. But once you do it once, twice, 3 times, 10 times, it's not believable anymore. We all know wrestling's fake, but people do get hurt.
It's
not ballet.
It's scripted.
It's not ballet.
Scripted.
But
Okay.
The
At
bumps
least he
are
didn't win,
real,
though, Sammy.
motherfucker.
I'm glad he didn't win when he came back. At least that's the thing that makes
At
sense. He's
least.
injured. It was a scary bump. Why would you do that 6:30 from the turnbuckle to the outside through a table? That's like freaking crazy.
On
What's
free
wrong with
TV. Just remember
What's
that.
wrong with it?
On free TV.
not
You're not
free.
getting any bonuses for that, my friend.
They're getting paid to do this
No,
shit.
you're not getting money.
know.
At least if it's. Anyways. Anyways, whatever.
The guy wants to have
Whatever.
memorable moments. Highlight package of him will be memorable in 20, 30 years from now.
Gain maybe another 30, 40 pounds, and you'll be a little bit more believable to me, Sammy Guevara.
He's more believable than Adam Cole.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? He looks like a fucking athlete. He's jacked now. Like,
I don't know. Maybe because Adam Cole was in
Adam Cole's
WWE, and I was able to watch him and see what he was all
you
about.
mean to tell me that Adam Cole looks more believable than Sammy Guevara as a professional wrestler?
Wrestling wise, I'll give it to Sammy. But tell me a story and make me believe that Adam Cole shouldn't have never won the NXT title or the North American title if that's the case. But he's won it how many times? I think he was the first one to win it.
Yes.
Come on, man! Like, the guy is an accomplished wrestler. Sammy Guevara has done nothing in this business yet. He's the
Time TNT champion.
exactly.
He has two TNT
He's been
titles.
Cody Rhodes and he's lost to Scorpio Sky. Come on.
Cody Rhodes is more legit than
Adam Cole was facing Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano and Keith Lee when they were at their best. Give me a break. Come on.
You could say
Baby.
he's maybe one of the best there was.
Yeah.
And leave it
You know
at
what
that.
you know what he says? He goes, Adam Cole. He's all entrance. He's all entrance. Adam Cole.
We lost Claudio.
Oh, we lost Claudio. That's it. You're out, Claudio. You got fed up. You're out, Claudio.
You're fired.
Well, Claudio, we knew this was going to happen, so we got another guest to patch in for you. His name is. Well, let's wrap it down. No, let's wrap it down.
Well, we kind of talked a lot already about what we thought about Scorpio
So
Sky winning.
let's ask what do you think this is going with the storyline? Do you think it's going to be like an intergender match? Let's say Ty Conti, Sammy Guevara versus Paige Van
they're
Zandt,
going to do
Scorpio
that
Sky.
first. Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those bordellos there.
they're going to be able to have a story leading up to the
Yeah.
rematch if Sammy gets one.
Yeah.
But they're going to have like
Yeah.
the him at ringside for her match
Yeah.
and all that stuff and that type of crap.
That's good because you want to have Paige Van Zandt in the ring, but she's obviously not ready for like a one-on-one singles match. So
No.
You need to have her
no.
in this showcase so that you can show her in the ring.
And
that
if
she's
people don't
training
know who she is, at least they get to see her. But do you think that's a direct thing that AEW is doing because of the whole Ronda Rousey thing? She's supposed to be an ultimate fighter like Ronda Rousey. Bring her in. She's supposed to be tough, kind of thing.
Well, I think Rousey's success definitely had to have played a part. But I'm
100%.
curious because like I'm going to say you guys are not going to be happy, but like we never got that Cody and Brandy versus Paige Van Zandt.
I know. But you never know. You never know. Cody could be in backstage there, laughing it up with everybody there. We got them. We screwed everybody. You know.
Cody is going to be the face of Ring of Honor.
You think so? You think Cody Rhodes is still with the AEW and Ring of Honor? And you know what? I just want to see him. I just want to see Cody Rhodes in WWE just to see how many people are going to be pissed off.
You know what? Cody Rhodes.
I want to see Twitter explode.
Cody Rhodes
man.
is loving the
And
people
that's
thinking.
And right there, the second Cody Rhodes walks into WWE and puts his foot in a WWE ring once again, I am becoming the biggest Cody Rhodes fan anyone has ever seen in their lives. Bruno Romano.
You always were.
I wasn't.
You always were.
No, I wasn't. Maybe I was.
Deep down
But I'm going to
inside.
tell you something right now. Cody Rhodes, WWE bound, and I said it. Everyone's saying WWE. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania. It's not going to be Seth. It's not going to be Cody Rhodes. But
Again, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it again. Run it back, but
Yeah.
I want to believe it's Cody Rhodes that's coming to WWE, but I don't want to believe it because I'm such in that mindset that it's not supposed to happen. All the stuff that he said, and you know, like I don't know, man. The big show. It was the last episode last night, so I don't know if they're going to be taping anymore with Cody Rhodes there. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But looking forward to next week's AEW Dynamite. Like, great to see Mr. Claudio Capri. Just had to go shoot another podcast in between this one. That's why he's back now. But we're glad to see you back, Claudio. Claudio, we're on our way out. I want to tell everybody where they could find you and support the podcast that you're running right now.
So Sunday Night 34 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, 8:30 p.m. And also next Wednesday, I'm going to be at Melrose, literally doing a comedy showcase comedy show. And next Thursday, Deluxe Comedy And then my birthday show, March 26th.
Ooh.
Offbeat is coming back.
It's going to be a big one. I'm getting tickets for that. I'm getting tickets for that.
All right.
I'll be there.
And then Sunday, there's no guest for 34. Us four people just talking about stuff.
I was waiting for you to say what are you going to talk about stuff. Okay, good.
Shenanigans.
Alex, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
Well, I'm on Twitter, but I don't really tweet anything.
So start tweeting, goddammit.
I have to remember my Twitter handle.
Oh.
Alex D Elite 1.
Well, there you go. I think the deluxe
one.
package would be a good one. That.
Yeah, good. But I mean, if you don't follow me, you'll just follow Joe Phone the Ring.
Well, if you follow us, follow Alex as well. Yeah, follow him. He's part of the family. And select the where they can find you salam.
Right here, Jofo in the ring. Just right here, Jofo in the ring. Jofo podcast Mondays. Everything Jofo. Everything Rich Life. Select the brew. I'm always got something.
Check out Jofo podcast every Monday night at 9 p.m. and especially us on Tuesdays as well. This week we didn't have an episode. We had 2 of them last week. So next week look out for a brand new episode of Jofo in the Ring. And we are interviewing some legends of the wrestling game. I don't want to put any fillers out there, but do I have one on top of my head? No, I don't. But it's going to be some good interviews coming up. You're going to be very, very impressed. I'm excited to show everybody what we have in store for you next week. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms. And I want to thank Alex, the Deluxe Package, and Claudio, the Master, the Mr. Comedy himself, Capri, and to my left, Selecta Brew for tonight. AEW review every single Wednesday, 10 p.m. on YouTube. And remember,